One evening, the Loksi family went for a walk. They were walking along a rough and rocky place.
What a beautiful evening here on Quartz Mountain.
I love walking with my wonderful family.
These are old rocks. They've been through a lot of storms, haven't they, Daddy?
Yes, they have, little Loksi, but they still stand.
Daddy, you think we'll be as old as these rocks someday? You think we'll still be standing? You think we can weather all the storms?
I have lived through many, and so shall you, my son.
Daddy, I love you.
I love you too, son.
They went up, and then down and down. They went over logs and under brush and bushes.
Oh, peas and foxtails. I almost took a nosedive over that last log.
I'm so glad you didn't.
Yeah, Daddy, you scared me pretty bad. I peed in my shell a little.
It's okay, sweetie. Your daddy is really tough and strong for his age. His shell would have protected him. Besides, he only slipped. We all slip sometimes.
They walked along Lake Altus, and the waves were splashing hard against the shore. Little Loksi was suddenly hit by an extra big wave, and when the wave washed back out to shore, little Loksi was lying upside down on his back.
Oh no! Our baby's on his back! What do we do? Put your head under him and push!
Daddy tried Mama's suggestion, but he couldn't turn him over. But soon, Fochush came waddling by.
Quack, quack. There, quack, is something quack wrong here. I see, but what quack is it? What is the matter? Quack, 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 quack.
My son? My son? He is. Well, look at him!
What you mean, sir, is that our son is lying upside down and we can't turn him back over.
Fochush wedged his bill under little Loksi's shell and pulled up several times, but little Loksi just slipped right off each time. Just as Fochush gave up and moved away, Soba came galloping down the coast. He jumped right over little Loksi and narrowly avoided tragedy.
I'm so glad I didn't trample ya. What you got going here? Something ain't right about this situation. I beg your pardon, little Loksi. How may I be of assistance?
I'm on my back, and I cannot turn back over. Daddy, Mommy, and Fashush already tried, but I'm still stuck. I'm so scared. Could you please try to help me?
Soba used his hoof to push one side of little Loksi down and let it come up again. He did this until little Loksi was wobbling so much he felt sick. So Soba stopped and sat down beside the growing circle of animals. Next to come along was Chukfi.
I'll say you have a hurdle to overcome there, little buddy. But you know what? My grandfather once told me a story. He said that he once challenged your grandfather to a race. My grandfather was boasting mightily about how fast hares are and how slow tortoises are. And he told me that story to teach me a lesson. That we all have something that makes us special.
As Loksi listened to the story Chukvi was telling, he began to soften in his shell, and suddenly he was able to relax and enjoy the beauty of the Quartz Mountain skyline and all the wonderful stars and constellations. Suddenly, little Loksi felt the most comfortable he had ever felt in his life. In Chukvi's poetic fashion, he had tricked little Loksi into forgetting about the circumstances. Meanwhile, Neshoba, who loved to hear stories, was watching and listening to Chukvi from a distance. Just as Chukvi pointed to the full moon, Neshoba howled with delight.
Oh!
The other animals gasped and froze in fearful silence.
Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you all. I just got excited hearing Chokfi talking about your grandpa and the full moon and stars. And well, me and my grandpa talked too. Little Loksi, I wish I could help you turn over, but my paws aren't just big enough. Especially Soba's big hoof wouldn't do it. I have a great nose, and my ears can hear everything, and I can see at night. Plus, I'm a really fast runner, so I'll go find somebody to help you.
Neshoba ran through the grass and forest and came to the tallest tree to find Ontsi perched on her nest.
Choke, Ma, Ontsi. Little Loksi's on his back and nobody can get him turned back over. Could you go help him somehow?
I regret to inform you, Neshoba, that I cannot see at night, but I will fly over at dawn and see what I can do.
Neshoba ran into the warm night air in search of other possible helpers, and suddenly was blinded by watery eyes. He stopped to wipe his eyes and noticed Coney in the bushes. He choked and coughed as he spoke to her.
Ma, Coney, that is a mighty particular smell you have there. It would make a good weapon if any predators are wanting to eat our friends who are trying to help Little Turtle turn back over. Could you make your way over to the sea and spout out a little of that smelly stuff to let them know you're there?
Most certainly, Monsieur. I just mixed up a batch of my finest flavor. Vita Lata Publica.
Coney waddled off to the scene. Neshoba ran on. Very soon, he heard commotion in the leaves nearby. Neshoba slowed down and investigated, and saw that Hockney Pishi Halopa had stabbed Rattlesnake with one of his quills.
Chokma, Neep, Hishi, Halopa. You have some pokey sticks that would keep anyone from getting close to you. Could you go help Coney guard the scene of little Loksi's accident?
Like a sack on a rock, you say? Oh, crikey. G'day, mate. I'll take care of him.
Neshoba ran on. As he ran through some trees, he was suddenly engulfed by a sticky web. He stopped nearby to work on getting the stuff off of him, and at that moment, the solution was clear. Chokun had the right substance for turning little Loksi back over.
Chokun, please excuse me, but you're very
delicate web may be the solution to a very difficult problem. Would you kindly climb up onto my back, and I will tell you about the situation on the journey. Hold on tight!
Shokun silently listened to Neshoba's account of the situation as they ran back toward the now large congregation of helpers gathered around Little Turtle sleeping. The morning sun was on the horizon, so as they got there, Chokun got right to work wrapping her web around both legs on little Loksi's right side and tying it in between the legs. As the sun rose over Quartz Mountain and the lake had now become calm and all the animals were watching and cheering, Onsi swooped in and took the middle of the web line in her beak and pulled up until little Loksi was safely back on all of his legs. All the animals did a celebration dance. Neshoba howled, Fokush quacked and waddled, the Loksi family stomped, Soba trotted around, Chukfi hip-hopped, Coney shook her tail, Porcupine clicked his sticks, and the celebration was culminated with a web circle made by Shokun, on which they all grabbed and danced around to the rhythm in the